Hello and welcome back to Bamboo Batu here on YouTube. Another exciting discussion of bamboo topics. I could not get a interview subject this week, so we're back to the original format. But don't worry, we should have a new interview next week, and I'm sure it will be a scintillating conversation. Today we're talking about how to commercialize bamboo on a small scale. This is a super interesting topic because a lot of people have a little bit of bamboo and they want to try to make some money out of it. So we'll go over some ways to do that. We'll try to make it quick because I know time is money, or so they would have us believe. But that's a conversation for another time. So let's dig into it. If you want to know more about bamboo, definitely check out my website, bamboobatu.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, do all that cool stuff. Really appreciate it. So we hear from people all the time who want to commercialize their bamboo. They say, I've got some bamboo. I heard on the internet that bamboo is super popular. So it's this huge business. So how can I sell my bamboo? And yeah, it's a good thought. It's a good question. It's a tricky question. A lot of times it's a little bit hard to make those really popular bamboo products that you've seen on the internet from your own garden. Those really high end products that you hear about that are really trending, like the cutting boards and flooring and high end products, you need, a big fat bamboo factory, something like this. You might need to spend a few $100,000, maybe a few $1 million to put together an operation like that. Your average bamboo gardener probably does not have the facilities to the resources to build a facility like that. You also need a lot of bamboo to make it worthwhile to do that. If you're talking about a few bamboo plants in your yard, or maybe even something like a half acre, even a whole acre, you don't really have enough bamboo volume to justify the cost of building and operating a factory like that. Um, Unless you happen to live in Southeast Asia or Indonesia. This is a photo from Cambodia. Their bamboo resources are abundant. If you live there, investing in a factory might make sense. But if you just have some bamboo like this in your backyard and you're thinking, I want to make some money on my bamboo, you're going to have to think of a different strategy. So, what kind of strategy would that be? Well, there's a lot of ways to do that, to make money with your bamboo, to make some products. Bamboo shoots, believe it or not, are probably the most popular bamboo product for bamboo farmers in the US, in the United States, where there aren't really any significant bamboo processing manufacturing facilities. The bamboo shoots are the number one commodity that bamboo growers are able to provide and sell and monetize. It might not seem that exciting. There are some bamboo shoots sliced up, but the demand for them is quite high. Some people might say, well, there's not a great demand for that, so where can I go? I really like that picture. Those are quick fun fact on bamboo right here. Those are the internodal cavities of the bamboo, those little gaps there. So speaking of gaps, you need to find a gap in the market where you can provide a product that's not already out there. So instead of just selling bamboo shoots like this, you might try adding some value, pickling your bamboo, jarring your bamboo, mixing it with kimchi, get crafty, get creative. There's a lot of things you could be doing with your bamboo if you think about it. And if you're trying to make a business from your bamboo patch, your bamboo grove, you need to get creative because that's how you get ahead in business, or so I have heard. Bamboo nursery is another really good way to go. A lot of people want bamboo plants. So if you already have plants and you can propagate them, these are these are bamboo plants from seed. You might not have any seeds from your bamboo. It does take decades or more for bamboo to flower, and so getting the seeds can be tricky. But if you have a lot of bamboo, eventually the roots go crazy, and you need to split. You need to divide your root balls, divide up your bamboo, and you can propagate lots of more plants like this. This is a nursery in Northern California. They've got lots of bamboo and they keep it in pots. And yeah, they break out the chainsaw periodically, probably a couple times a year, and they divide up the roots the rhizomes, and they go from one crowded bamboo plant in a pot to having 3 or 4 or 5 bamboo plants in 3 or 4 or 5 different pots. So that's a good way to multiply and propagate your bamboo and put a price tag on it, and boom, you're up and running. So yeah, you don't necessarily need a giant factory like this with the state of the art Chinese machinery for pressing and laminating your bamboo. You could try something smaller, and get crafty. 2 good words of advice for any bamboo grower who's trying to make money with bamboo: get crafty, come up with something original, something clever, something that taps into your natural skills, abilities, and interests. Um, there's a lot of things you could do with those little bamboo tubes. It's just a great shape. You can make anything from a pencil holder to you name it, salt and pepper shakers, little food tray containers. Here's a nice way to serve pine nuts at a cocktail party, or you could put olives in there, or just about anything. There's really just so many things you can do with these amazing plants, and these little sections, these hollow tubes, really lend themselves to a lot of different types of crafts and products. If you really are skilled with the fine machinery and power tools, you can make something like this. Put some hinges on there, get a real crafty little jewelry box or something along those lines. Again, it's really just about what you're interested in and what you're good at. You could just stick with a classic design. Bamboo wind chimes can't go wrong. Everybody knows what a wind chime is. Everybody knows how to use one. Most people enjoy the sound that comes from the bamboo wind chimes. It's like a soft knocking sound. To my ear, it's a little more pleasant than the metal wind chimes, which make the clanging metallic sound, which can be nice. But the bamboo chimes just have that natural kind of earthy vibe. Some people appreciate it for sure. And you can mix materials. Don't just limit yourself to bamboo. If you're going to get crafty, bring in some driftwood. Bring in some, whatever is local in your natural habitat. And like I said, figure out what you're good at. Don't make wind chimes just because you think they're going to sell well, even though you hate the sound of wind chimes. That's not going to make sense. And don't try and make a bamboo flute if you don't know how to play the flute. But if you do know how to make flute and you know how to play the flute, bamboo flutes could be a really cool way to go. Bamboo flutes, if they're well made and well tuned, can fetch a pretty good price from the specialty flute players. It's a small audience of flautists out there who would be purchasing these flutes, but it could be a good niche niche market to tap into. Um, yeah, I was talking to someone recently. They had a bamboo farm. They were trying to figure out what to do with it. And in addition to their bamboo, they were also beekeepers. And so we thought, hey, why not make little beehives, little bee houses or something, little honey trays, make that out of bamboo. So again, it's just, what makes sense in your world, in your in your frame of existence. I do not have any pictures, unfortunately, of the bamboo honeycombs and beehive houses, but you can use your imagination. And if you do use your imagination, you'll come up with hundreds of other products out there that you can be making, depending again on your skills and abilities and interests. So do a little brainstorming, put some thought into it, get creative, try a few different things. You don't have to lock yourself into one item. Um, make a few things, see what turns out well, refine and improve on those products, and show up at the farmer's market in your local town. And yeah, start selling some cool bamboo products and telling people about the many, many wonders of bamboo. That's my advice today for anyone looking to monetize their bamboo on a small scale. If you'd like to learn more, check out my website, bamboobatu.com, or subscribe to the channel, or give me a call, set up an appointment for a consultation. There's many ways we can interact virtually and realistically. I look forward to hearing from you again, and I hope you look forward to hearing from me again. See you next week. Ciao, ciao.